Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Let's Talk More on Monday, the More podcast. As always, I am your host, Chloe, and today we are doing a very special episode in a series of two episodes where we are featuring the Hispanic Business Council and businesses that are a part of that. So I've got some amazing local business owners here with me today to talk about their businesses, talk about what the Hispanic Business Council is all about, and talk a little bit about cultural pride because it is Hispanic Heritage Month. So thank you all for being here and for talking about your businesses. We're so excited to dive in. And if you are listening to this, thank you so much for being here. Let us know in the comments if you're listening, and we appreciate you being part of the More family. But I'm going to turn the mic over to our business owners and let you guys learn more about them. We will start with Amazing 360 Commercial Services. Go ahead and introduce yourselves, let the audience know who you are, what's your mission, what kind of services you offer.
Hello, we are Virginia Lizano, Victor Lizano, my partner. We are Amazing 360 Commercial Services. We are development academy to teach another people the best techniques or best way to do the cleaning business. Also, we had a cleaning services, janitorial services, and we're looking for help our community here in Indiana and in Midwest.
Amazing. Where are you guys located?
We're based out of Indianapolis, and we service the Donut 8, as it's called, which is the greater Indianapolis area. And we service everything from large commercial facilities to homes and individuals who need training services all the way up to small companies and medium-sized companies.
Amazing. It's awesome that you offer educational services as well. I feel like that's a great opportunity for the community.
We'd like to hope so, and we'll get into that in another question that you have on our list later on.
Excellent. Okay, we will circle back. So let's move on to Jairo. Introduce yourself. Tell us what your business is, what your mission is, what services you offer. Give us the whole pitch.
Thank you. Yeah, my name is Jairo Inasco. I'm originally from Colombia, and I am the CEO of Right Tactic. Right Tactic is a digital marketing agency. We specialize in helping dentists, orthodontists, like other medical professionals with small owned practices. We have specialized in lead generation, so we help these people to get more patients every month through installing marketing systems. To these private practices that normally don't have a marketing team. So we are a team of 12 people that specialize in different areas of marketing, and then we gather some information, do market research, and see what the ideal patient is for these medical and health professionals, and then we operationally roll out these marketing strategies and tactics so we can get them a predictable new flow of patients every month. Normally, those practices rely on word of mouth or
Mhm.
insurance referrals, which is not under their control. So
Right.
we give them that peace of mind that they have some system that is going to be predictable and consistent so they can plan on revenue.
That is awesome. I feel like that is so needed. We've talked a lot on the podcast about how marketing tells a story, and oftentimes with these private practices, they do have a story. They're family owned or family operated, and giving people a chance to get to know them, especially when it comes to your medical professionals, can really make a difference. You feel so much more comfortable, and as somebody who personally goes to a family owned private practice, I can definitely relate with the work that you're doing. So that is awesome.
Absolutely, and it resonates a lot because it is our own story. So we at the beginning when we started, we were like trying to provide everything for everybody.
Mhm.
But as we learn and we got used to certain kind of clients, we learned that those kind of strategies help those businesses to tell, like you say, the story,
Yeah.
and our experience in branding and getting out the voice of each specific business and how they differentiate for their competitors has helped us just to do That's why we call the agency Right Tactic, because we kind of find that right tactic for each patient, for each business, so they can find the right audience.
Yeah, amazing. Well, thank you so much for sharing. And we will again circle back, but let's move over to Luz. I will have you introduce yourself, talk about your business, let us know what your mission is.
Awesome. Well, hi everybody. My name is Luz Gonza. I was born in Arequipa, Peru, and along with my husband, we opened this restaurant, Macizo Restaurant. And here at Macizo, our mission is super simple. We want to share an honest dining experience, but celebrating our Mexican and Peruvian roots. The food we serve is what we grew up eating, is food that connects us to our family, to our life memories and experiences. We are not just here to replicate what already exists. We are here to cook with intention, with creativity and heart. We are located on the northwest side of Indianapolis, and we offer a mix of Peruvian and Mexican dishes, along with crafted drinks and our homemade breads, the sourdough and the focaccia.
That sounds amazing. I love that you incorporate some Peruvian dishes. I'm sure that they are very authentic and nostalgic for a lot of people, and especially yourself. You get to offer that home style cooking.
Yeah, some of the dishes that we have here, they really are childhood memories for me.
Yeah. And, in a way, food is a universal language. Even if you don't speak the same language as somebody, you can relate over a good plate of food. Well, thank you so much for sharing, all of you, about your businesses. I love getting to know what all of your missions are and how you are serving the people in your communities. So let's talk a little bit about the Hispanic Business Council, which you are all a part of. It is the reason that I was able to find you today. Marcela Montero recommended all of you to be on this chat with me today. So let's talk a little bit about your involvement with them and how they work to support your mission. Anybody can hop in on this one.
Okay. So I started with the business in December 21, and in January 2022 I connect with Indie Chamber and start in the same time with all tools and all um, information that they give me
Yeah.
to do my business in a better way and more stronger. So after that, I receive like every 2 months, every 3 months coaching. And last year I did two programs in Kelly School with Indie Chamber, and also I participate in a pitch for um, what is the name, the money for the grant,
The grant.
the grant.
Great
And
opportunity.
yes, and I won the grant for Kelly School with Indie Chamber.
Amazing. Yeah. Ariana has also been involved with the Indie Chamber, and they really open up a lot of doors for people. So I'm glad to hear that.
The other thing I want to give credit to the is they do a lot of incubator workshops.
Mm.
So we took advantage, obviously, through the Kelly School of Business at IU one program, but there are classes that teach you a little bit about marketing, which I believe even Heido has mentored that class. I've mentored the Access to Capital class because I'm a banker by profession. They give you mentorship. My wife had a mentor who was a leader in the banking industry, and he was able to give her some mentorship. And they offer a lot of opportunities, not only for learning, but also for networking and promoting your business. They have an exclusive networking event 3 times a year that's all Spanish language based. So it gives us an opportunity to market within our own community as well as the chamber at large for their other events.
Yeah. So is the Hispanic Business Council involved with the Indie Chamber? Are they part of it, or did you get referred from the chamber to the council?
Well, I'll answer the question. So the Hispanic Business Council, my understanding is it is a subset of the Indianapolis Chamber. So
Okay.
there is the Women in Business, there is the BOI, and then there is the Hispanic Business Council. So they focus on different segments of the population. It
Yeah.
rolls up to the chamber, but they are autonomous in their structure of their activities, and they do focus heavily, obviously, Spanish language activities in the Spanish-speaking business community.
Yeah, amazing. And how would you say that they have helped support your mission?
Oh, well, I don't want to take all the time, but I'll let somebody else answer. But with us, it's been promoting our business, getting us in front of others, and allowing us to highlight what we're doing right now. For example, how do they help us with our business? They refer us to podcasts such as this and gives us an
Yeah,
opportunity to share.
Yeah.
that is excellent. Well, thank you so much for being here. We're very happy that we did get connected.
Thanks. So I will add that Marcela is very, very diligent in finding all the things, and not only inside of the in the chamber that, like Victor said, she's part of, and the council is part of, but other external opportunities like this podcast and many educational programs. For like in my case, for example, I've been professionally working in marketing for 25 years, but I've been in the marketing field since I was in 12th grade, because I started just doing with graphic design and media since I was in 7th grade. So
Wow.
um, I've been learning about marketing and very comfortable in the marketing business for
Mhm.
so long that helped me get the confidence to start my own business in 2016. But then when I started struggling with other areas like business management
Mhm.
and finances and strategy and so many other areas that a business owner needs to learn to be
Right.
successful, that's when the Indie Chamber and the Hispanic Business Council came into place, and providing those tools so you can learn. So they have a lot of options for you. Like, I don't want to repeat Victor because he covered very a wide range of that. So it's like mentoring and courses and workshops and partnerships with IU and the Kelley School of Business and some other opportunities that I also had the opportunity to be a moderator for marketing chats for small businesses.
Yeah.
And like I've been working for a long time in marketing and strategy, but I've been for the last 4 years very intrigued about AI. So we had the opportunity to recently share that experience with the attendants, and it was like great rapport and feedback from the public. So it's amazing how not only you receive, but you have the opportunity to give to other businesses as well in the community.
Right. Yeah, and it sounds like they're really helping you just fill in the gaps, because obviously you all came with a certain amount of expertise in your field, and they help you where you don't have the expertise, right? Or they allow you to share your expertise with others, really just pulling up a seat at the table for everybody. That's
That is
awesome.
correct. Yes, absolutely.
Liz, what has been your experience with the Hispanic Business Council?
So for me, just working with them has been amazing in general. They helped me to give us visibility to the restaurant. They also help us to connect with another business owners, you guys.
Right.
They open doors for us that probably on our own we would have not know about those opportunities.
Yeah.
Like they were saying, I was also part of this contest, that Capital Semilla. Um, so luckily I was one of the winners. So I'm really thankful for that. It's not just like a business of work. It actually feels like being part of a community that really want me to succeed.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we've talked about grants as well. And, if one grant doesn't work for somebody, it might work for somebody else. And sharing those opportunities ends up lifting up everybody and can support your local community and make everyone feel more supported, and like local businesses thriving in their area, which I think is more important than ever. I'm sure all of you would agree. So let's talk a little bit about Hispanic Heritage Month and your businesses and how that cultural pride reinforces what you're doing, especially with the Hispanic Business Council and some of these opportunities that you've been talking about with Spanish language courses. What does that all mean to you guys to still be able to connect with your communities and share those opportunities?
I'm gonna take
In
lead on the. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
in Amazing 360, we always are open to participate in this important month, but in this case, this year, we don't have a lot of event. So in the past year, we have um, participation in uh, workshop or class or fair, everything that we can share with the people,
Yeah.
our culture, we do. But this year is no, it's not easy to share all in this
She's
moment.
she's holding back a little bit with everything that's happening in our country and under this administration. A lot of Hispanic Heritage Month events have gone either underground, so to speak, where they've basically gone from an outdoor public event to a closed door event by
Yeah.
invitation only. A lot of events been canceled, unfortunately. The
Yeah.
large
Losing funding, I'm sure.
losing funding. The largest Hispanic event of the year for 40 years, put on by La Plaza, called La Fiesta, which always brought hundreds of thousands of people, has been canceled altogether. Some events have going to be going digital for the month of September. But to answer the question specifically, this, even when we go digital or even when we go into a closed door event, it gives us an opportunity, just like this podcast does, to highlight the contributions that Hispanic owned businesses make to the community at large.
Yeah.
You know, we are a fabric. If those who don't know Indianapolis history, the Latino culture has been an impact here since the early 1900s,
Yeah.
and we continue to be a presence, contributing to the local economy, creating jobs, and
Absolutely.
enriching the fabric of what Indianapolis is. So going into Hispanic Heritage Month, we try to take an opportunity to highlight the positive things that we're doing for our community.
Yeah. And it's so disappointing when things like La Fiesta are canceled because you do have such a strong presence and, economic foothold in the area. And, for them to have these events get canceled or pushed, underground even is just it's such a shame. That's what we'll say.
I
um,
think that in general, every part of the community, every member of the community, and its diversity inside it plays a role in
mhm,
us, like being a society. So like in the city. So uh, the like it's absurd just to not acknowledge the, for example, buying power of the Hispanic community. Not only
right.
the Hispanic community, but any other community from other countries, the Asian community, the Middle Eastern community, but the Hispanic community is like, some people even argue is like, this is arguably no longer a minority. We are so many that we should not be considered a minority anymore.
Yeah.
So the participation of our community is so powerful that instead of being targeted or instead of being pointed at, it should be encouraged to participate in benefit of the community, because we have an impact. Like, if you see, for example, a fantastic restaurant like Macizo, for example, you don't only see Mexican and Peruvian people going there. You see Americans, you see Middle Eastern, and it's very diverse. Everybody wants to try that. If you go see Mexican restaurants in the city, you don't see Mexican people eating there. You see everybody. So we are bringing our culture for everybody. So it's like, I'm gonna say something that maybe is a little bit um, um, controversial, but I do not believe in the term, for example, cultural appropriation, because for me, culture is to be shared. So if you
Mm,
want to appropriate my culture, just go ahead and take it, because that's the meaning of culture, is the
yeah.
identity that everybody should be taking. So when somebody like, you shouldn't be doing this because cultural appropriation is like, that's why it's just the opposite. That's what you should be doing. That's why we created that.
Yeah.
So I think that being able to participate as a Hispanic business and in this community has helped me to generate employment, to help businesses. Like, most of my clients are not even Hispanics businesses or American businesses. So I came to this country 23 years ago, and I got my education. Part of my education is in Colombia. Part of my education is being here, more here than I have my second bachelor and my master's here in Indianapolis. So I came and invested in this community. I paid money to a local university so I can actually use my knowledge into better like other businesses. Like I'm gonna give you a very short story. During the pandemic, back then in 2019 and 2020, most of my clients were restaurants that they had to close during the pandemic, and I was able to save some of those from going close definitely because we turned everything into a online model of deliveries and carryouts.
Mm.
So I use my knowledge that I invested here in this community to help American businesses. So so I think that's the community at large should be looking at is what is the contribution that the Hispanic community and other communities as well
Yeah.
do for the betterment of the community at large.
Right. Yeah, I think it's really important to focus on that big picture, and think about the fact that there are so many people that benefit from this. And I think you raised a great point as well about the whole idea of cultural appropriation, because I have a friend who loves celebrating Day of the Dead and making her own, memorial for it. And she has asked before, like, is this something that I can do? Is this respectful? And most of the feedback she's gotten is yes, because you are trying to be respectful about it. You are educating yourself and you want to immerse yourself in this culture. And that is great. Like, because you're being respectful about it, you're not doing anything wrong. And you get to experience like a beautiful part of that culture.
Absolutely. I think that respect element there is crucial. So as long as you're respectful, I think that we should be allowed to express and enjoy other people's cultures. That's what it's for.
Yeah. Luce, would you agree that with the statement that, most of your population that you're seeing are probably somewhat Mexican, Peruvian, but also those American people that are coming into your restaurant from the greater Indianapolis area?
I totally agree with Jairo. I feel that the key here is respect. So if you just represent our culture with respect, why not? I feel that the people who get more upset about it is people that is not even from our culture. So I know that a lot of events have been canceled for what's going on right now. But at least here in the restaurant, I feel that Hispanic Heritage Month mm, is going to bring some spotlight to businesses like ours. And just to remind people that um, we have a lot of diversity. We have like a super rich culture, and at least here, I'm just trying to tell more about our stories, to tell more about our traditions. I love talking to people and just tell them like little things about my country, about my husband's country, Mexico.
Yeah. Yeah, everyone has traditions, and that's, again, a universal language that people can connect with. It's meaningful to engage in these traditions and to experience others as well and broaden our horizons.
Absolutely. I look forward to Oktoberfest, to having schnitzel and beer, and I look
Yeah.
forward to the Diwali, to the Festival of Lights, and
Beautiful.
some green beer at St. Patty's Day. So we also want people to celebrate our culture in the
Yeah.
same way that Americans have been celebrating their ancestors for years.
Yeah, excellent. Well said. Well, thank you guys so much for participating in this episode of Let's Talk More on Monday and sharing about your businesses. If you guys are listening, make sure to join us over on our Patreon. We're going to dig deeper about why it's so important to patronize small businesses like the ones that we're talking to today to uplift your community, and what might be on the horizon, some exciting projects or opportunities for these small businesses. So make sure to join us over there. But thank you so much for listening, and thank you all for joining me today and celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month and uplifting the Hispanic Business Council.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thanks, guys. We'll see you over on Patreon. Make sure to join us over there. And we'll see you next week for another episode of Let's Talk More on Monday. Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.